Well, good morning everyone. So it is very fresh this morning. It's pretty nippy. I thought the sun was going to come out, but it's clouding over and doesn't look like it's going to, so might be a bit cold today. But we've got a big day ahead of us because we're taking all the mixed stage cows to the cow shed this morning up the top there. We're going to draft them into 3 mobs. So we're going to go 2 mobs by their calving dates, which I'll explain in a little bit, and then we're going to do a lighter mob, which I'm hoping is going to consist of about 30 to 40 cows, which are going to come down here. I am going to start them on some annual over there today too. It's probably not the best day to do it, but I'm just going to feed them real well this morning and then put them on there this afternoon. So I have mixed up some maize and PK in the Keenan, which I just need to feed out here once I know how many cows are in the mob. One of the herds is going in here. This is their break set up. They get 4 days in this paddock. I'm not sure which one it'll be yet, whether it'll be the early or the late, but yeah, it's quite a big break, so they should be fine. I'm going to stop feeding them silage today too, and save that. I might give them some hay, which I have in the shed over there, but I'm just contemplating that at the moment. So there's one mob straight through there, and they're finishing paddock number 2, and the other one is just over there in paddock number 5. And part of the reason why I want to get them drafted today is that I need to feed out that maize and PK. Just the sooner I feed it out, the better, so it doesn't sort of go off. Plus it's supposed to rain for about the next week, so well, it's fine, might as well try and do it. Those cows have both finished their paddocks, so might as well, and they're nice and close too, so might as well just run them up here, quickly draft them out. It's going to take probably a couple of hours, but it's not too bad. But first I need to get her in. Pulled her out 2 days ago. She has got mastitis in that back left quarter, so I've been treating her to get to the last one today. She knows where she's going. Oh, it really is getting overcast though. I won't feed the annual out today. Come on. Come on, you know where you're going. In the shed. Come on. It's not a very good gateway, this one. In the middle of a fence. Come on. Come on in. Up you go. Oh, there we go. Push over. Need to turn the water on. Teat spray. Compressor. Alright, so here's the first mob. They are coming up. Dad's just bringing them up now, so they can come straight in the shed. I've set it all up, and they can just come in behind this girl. So what I need to do with her though is just strip out that quarter, just get the mastitis that's out, that's already in there out, and then give her some penicillin. So we'll just strip it all out. Oh yuggy, look at that. Oh, it's better though, better than what it was. Right, so I've pretty much stripped out all the milk I can get out of there. It's still a little hard, which it will be able to be swelled up, but it's ready for the penicillin. Here's the girls here too. That girl's been so quiet. It's been easy, but that other mob just turned around. They don't like coming into the shed when they're not getting milked, because they know that they're not, and they just want grass. Put the lights straight ahead. We'll draft the lights back into here. And we'll have to put the earlies down the road, so I'll have to go and put them on the feed pad while we bring the other herd up. I think it's the best bet. That'll work. Right, so the 3 mobs I was talking about is that I printed this off the computer. So this is the calving dates for all the cows. There's 257, so that means there's roughly 2 mobs of 130. So what I've done is taken the first 130, which is the 3rd of August, so those 2 cows there. And I've gone through and just highlighted all the early calvers, which just makes it easier when we're drafting, I find. So 110, look on the bit of paper, she is late. So she'll go straight ahead out there into the paddock where she was before. But by the end of this, there's not going to be 2 mobs of 130 because we don't know how many lights are going into each mob. But I still think they're going to be roughly the same. More of the lights that we're going to pull out are going to be in this herd because they were just on the sort of grass for the season, whereas the other herd got maize and PK throughout. So they're in a little bit better condition. There are a few lighter cows in here, a few young ones that definitely need to get fed better for the next sort of couple of weeks. Try and put a little bit of condition on. So it's probably a little bit hard to see, especially when they're hungry, but a cow like this, so she's a young cow, I'm going to put her in the light mob. She can get fed better for the next sort of couple of weeks. And then the other 2 aren't too bad. So we're just going to do it by eye. A few duck shots going off. I think it's closing weekend this weekend, but it's not something I've actually done before, is draft out a light mob like this. So I usually do draft the 2 mobs into the calving, the earlies and the lates. We only have 2 calving mobs out of 3, which makes life easier. But this year I just thought, I've got that leftover maize and that PK, I might as well feed it to the cows that really need it, because you want your cows going in to, or at calving, to be in the best condition that possible. So 5 for a cow, a condition score, and 5.5 for your heifers. So these cows just need more condition. So I thought I'd feed them better, and hopefully it's going to flow through to their reproduction and production next season. But now, it's these girls' turn. Come on, nice and orderly, please. So just looking at them though, I probably mucked that up. I should have done these cows first, or drafted them up first, because then I would have known how many lights are in this mob, and I could have been a bit harder with the other mob because they are a little bit lighter. So well, something to work on. I always can pull them out later on. I think something's not quite where it should be. Second herd's all in the shed, and then he sort of just fit in. It was a bit of a squeeze. There's definitely more cows in here than there was in the first mob, but I'll speed this process up and we're all done. So got our lights here. I don't know how many's in here. Looks to be about 35, 40, and there's a couple that we picked up with mastitis, so we'll treat them over the next couple of days. Got the lates, they're all sorted. Got the earlies, go and put them in their paddock now with the other mob that's on the feed pad. Dad's gonna shift these ones, and then they can go on the feed pad next. I've let them go up at the cow shed. Oop. These are the ones on the feed pad. I'll let them go now, and they should meet at the paddock at the same time, and I'll sort of count them in to see how many's in this mob. Come on, Ed. Oh, they kept going, but they'll turn around once they see their mates going in the paddock, surely. Yeah, you can go in there. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 17, 117. So take off 15. What did I say, 130 in here, so take off 15, and if there's 30, 35 in the lighter mob, then that's about bang on. It's about half of each mob, so it worked out pretty well. I definitely gave them too much grass. I probably should have cut that in half and fed out a bale of hay, but I might just leave the hay today then. Just fed out in the bunker, and I've only done one side. I didn't worry about going over there because there's not that many cows, but it's just straight maize and PK. Didn't add any water to it. They hopefully will get into that. The lights are just making their way down, and the lates are in here, and there's a bit of tucker, eh? should get a good feed. Today is the 5th. It is the 5th because it's actually Dad's birthday, so what have we got till about the 15th of July, so we've still got over a month away till they calve. So what's that, it's about 6 weeks, so there's enough time to put a bit more weight on these girls before they calve. Well, these girls are into it. Hopefully they all get into it. Come on, I'll leave them on here for a couple of hours anyway. I did give them quite a bit today too, just so it sort of becomes a routine for them. They can wait here and find it. But it was quite good too that I did feed out maize to both herds later in their season, because they're both used to it now. So I was a little bit worried that if Dad's herd hadn't had it, it would have taken them quite a while to sort of get used to it. Some of them might not have even eat it, but when they're hungry like this, I guess they will. Just had a bit of a count up, but there's bang on 35 in here, which was what I thought too. Plus those mastitis cows, I will probably put them in with these ones too after their treatment ends in 3 days. But what I'm sort of contemplating at the moment is that once they've had a couple of hours on here, I'm going to put them in this calf paddock. So I'm going to fence off a break for them in here, because I need to chew this off anyway so it gets time to regrow before the calves are here or in there. But I'm going to put them in there, and then I'm thinking that I'm going to put them on the annual today, which is just over there. I'm going to give them a break, but I want them real well fed before they go on to that, which they should be after eating all that maize and getting a top up of grass too, because you don't want them getting nitrate poisoning. And they say put them on when it's nice and sunny and there's less of a chance, but I think today it'll be alright. I'm sort of just weighing it up at the moment. Things can change, but at this stage it looks like I want to put them on. Well, it's a little bit later than I would have liked to have moved these girls, and see that they've had a good go at this maize, although there's a lot left, so maybe I'll just leave it there for tomorrow and see if they can sort of have a pick at it. But put them on a bit of grass, and it's actually gone real sunny now. Well, not real sunny, but sunny enough to put them on the annual. I'm going to flick them in here for probably, I don't know, maybe an hour, and then put them on that. Give them a real small break of that annual tonight, and then tomorrow they can have a sort of a big break after they come back in here again. They're definitely looking fuller than they were this morning anyway. This is where they're going. I need to set a fence up, but for 35 I might just give them this little section in here, and that'll be alright. There's a trough here, and there's also a trough just there, which makes it easy. Plus it's nice and close to the feed pad, which is only right there. Just whacked the fence straight through there. They're only getting this little corner bit, it's not a lot. And I'm just going to leave that gate open so they can get back to that trough. Well, I just cleaned the feed pad after I put these cows on, so that looks a lot tidier. But I'm just wondering whether I do put these cows on this annual. It is quite late in the afternoon now. It has been sort of cloudy all day. I'm just thinking I probably have got a week's worth of, or probably 2 weeks worth of grass if I just keep them in this area, so maybe longer. Oh, the decisions. Do I put them on? If I don't put them on, it's no biggie, because I'll just save that paddock for the heifers once they're finished. They're actually on the big paddock annual over by the silage pit over there. So I would just save that paddock for them. I don't know what to do. They're all pretty full and had a pretty good feed here, so I might just leave them here, I think. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to leave them there. I'm not going to worry about putting them on the annual. That was my plan, but plans do change a lot around here, even within just an hour. So no, I'm just going to leave them in here, because I've got probably 1, 2, maybe 3 days, 3 extra days in this paddock, plus 2 in those 2 small holding paddocks over there, or probably 4 days over there actually. So yeah, there's a week. I'm just going to leave them here through the sort of weather that's coming, and then it's just easy to flick them on here. Not that it isn't over there, but I'll save that for up my sleeve if I need it. Oh well. So I really have just created another job for myself today. Instead of having 3 herds or 3 mobs, now I've got 4, but I think it's definitely in the best interest for those cows. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with them over the next month. But that'll pretty much do it for today's video, guys. So if you did enjoy it, give it a thumbs up, that'd be awesome. And apart from that, see you next time.